Hello boys and girls, Undertaker Freak 1127 here. Now about a year has passed since I uploaded my what I consider scathing rants on anorexia and bulimia. I uploaded about 3 videos total about anorexia and bulimia, just blistering anorexics and bulimics around the world. This is at a time when I had maybe 50 or 60 subscribers. I was just beginning my foray into doing these YouTube videos. Before that I was just uploading random things that happened in my life, or some Weather Channel local forecast emulators because I am a weather nerd, things of that nature. But only recently, about 4 or 5 months after that, I started doing these regularly. So now that I have the fan base that I have, and I know it's not a huge fan base, I'm not meaning to imply that, but thank you to everybody that subscribed to me. Now that I have the new viewership that I have, I feel it's sort of relevant to bring this topic back up again because it is something that I'm passionate about. And if you're passionate about something, well, logically, you talk about it. Isn't that nice how this works here on YouTube? Here's the deal. The worst thing you can do to an anorexic or bulimic, the worst thing a psychologist or anybody can do is tell that person that they have a disease. That is the worst thing you can do to someone like that. Calling it a disease means that they have very limited culpability in actually having what it truly is, a disorder. Calling it a disease sucks all of the fault away from the person and puts all of the blame on something else, something uncontrollable. And the simple, plain fact is anorexia and bulimia are controllable. You make the decision to not want to eat. You make the decision to want to be emaciated, skinny, thin enough to slip through the tiniest crack in a door. You make those decisions. You make the decision to eat a large meal and shove a fork down your throat and puke it back up. And that's even worse. I know it's been said in a George Carlin rant, but the poignancy has not been taken away from it just because he said it. It needs to be repeated. Bulimics eat a nice, huge, steaming meal that other people are desperate for. Other people out there in the world, this meal that's sitting in front of them, they're about to barf up into a trash can somewhere. They would love that meal. They would kill for that meal. However, this shallow bulimic who wants to look thin and pretty is going to eat this entire meal and forcibly puke it out somewhere. Doesn't that sound a little bit twisted to you at all? But no, the psychologists out there and the other sympathetics want to tell you that they can't control it, and it's sad. There's nothing sad about somebody wasting a meal that somebody would give their life for. There's nothing sad about that at all. No. So I uploaded these videos and I got some hate comments and I got a lot of dislikes. I understand that. But I am not one for stifling the truth. I am not one for saturating the truth with a bunch of euphemisms, euphemistic language. I'm not one for doing any of that. I'm just going to tell you straight up, anorexia, bulimia are not fucking diseases, period. And I know it stems from trauma, it can stem from depression, just like, like other things that are labeled diseases. You got anorexia, bulimia, obesity, alcoholism, drug addiction. They're labeled diseases. Sucks the life out of the entire things, And I understand that the other causes, but I do believe in my lack of heart of hearts that it really stems from a girl thumbing through a 17 or a Cosmo magazine, seeing all the pretty girls, looking at her own body, thinking that she's not pretty enough, and wanting an easy way to get skinny. Well, here's a tip. Here's a tip, princess. If you really are overweight and you want to be skinny, diet, exercise, go to the gym, go take a walk, step on a treadmill somewhere, go for a nice leisurely stroll, do something other than starving yourself. And another thing about it, it's a fucking attention plea. It's a cry for attention. We know that you have some weight issues. But you don't need to take such drastic and demoralizing, embarrassing means to let us know that you have weight issues. Hey, if you haven't noticed, this is America. Millions upon millions of people have drastic weight issues. And a lot of them opt for gastric bypass. The ones that can afford it opt for gastric bypass, lap band. But the ones that actually have will, the ones that have courage, the ones who have any sort of discernible perseverance actually work that weight off, and those people deserve the praise. Those are the people that deserve the credit in this society, not the people who starve themselves and whine and beg for attention. They want people around them to notice and say, wow, you've lost weight. But what people are really looking at them and saying is, wow, you're starving yourself, you need help. That's what they want. See, that's the idiocy of it all. What they want is for people to look at them and say that they've lost weight. They want to be painted in a bright light in this very superficial society. But instead, what they get is people worrying about them, wanting them to get some kind of help. What kind of goddamn bullshit is that? How you're turning this from wanting to be seen as skinny and thin and wanting praise and approbation from people to people realistically saying, hey, pick up a fucking fork. Actually, no one says pick up a fucking fork. They say, oh, you need help. Well, I'm here to say, pick up a fucking fork and start eating. There are many things out there, many diseases that deserve attention. Things like small cell carcinoma, like, other forms of cancer, like Huntington's disease, Parkinson's disease, Bell's palsy, things of that nature, things that just kind of happen out of nowhere. Those can be considered diseases. Things that are caused by infections, by parasites, by things that, you just pick up by happenstance. Just by happenstance, you don't drop the fork. You choose to drop the fork. You choose to vomit all that food up. I'm getting sick and tired of people being pussies about this subject. I'm sick and tired of people being cowards about it. I'm sick of the same people who are cowards about obesity, who willingly become enablers of their victimization. People say, oh, wow, you can't lose weight. Yeah, you can lose weight. It's called diet and exercise. The same people. These same people that tell me they can't lose weight and it's so hard at the grocery store are the same people who are pushing the cart that is full of Little Debbie's, Ho-Hos, things of that nature, big bags of chips, sodas, things like that, sugary, fattening, artery-clogging things that they shouldn't be eating, and in the same breath they're saying, but I'm trying, I'm really trying. We'll start by taking this, dragging your fat ass over to the salad aisle, dragging your fat ass to the canned vegetable aisle or something, and eating something healthy. It is time to end the victimization in the society. There are real victims out there. There are rape victims. There are domestic abuse victims. There are people who actually need some help. And you fucking anorexics, bulimics, obese people, you alcoholics, you drug addicts, painkiller addicts, things of that nature, you guys are trying to put the spotlight on you. And these idiots on the celebrity rehab shows and the celebrity fit clubs and the fat camps and all of these other things that get televised and packaged to the mass media to get people involved and to cry a few tears for them. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just trying to tell this like it is. I'm not going to cry a single tear for you. If you need help, get help. That's commendable. That is a commendable thing. Actually saying, you know what, I need help and I'm going to start eating healthier. If I really think that I am fat, I'm going to do something about it. I'm not going to starve myself. I'm not going to harm myself in any way. I'm going to take action. A proactive stance on this. But sadly, in this lazy, degenerate culture, a lot of people just choose to just not eat or become bulimic or go on diet pills, which dissuades more people from losing weight because people hear all these dangers of diet pills and they say, well, all the diet pills and all the fad diets don't work. Here's a tip. Don't use the pills. Don't use the fad diets. There's a nice tip for you. Diet, exercise. And when I say diet, I don't just say no fad diets. What I mean by diet is stop eating fucking Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger, all these other fucking fast food places. Start eating healthy. That's what I mean by that. And I hope you see the irony of me drinking a Pepsi here. But let's get back to anorexics just very shortly. Another thing about anorexics, they're usually already really fucking skinny. There are a lot of girls out there that look at some of these anorexics who would kill to have their bodies. Just like with the bulimics, just like with the people who are dying for food, would stare at that food and kill for it, and they go and puke it up. These people who are on the outside looking in, who aren't so thin, who aren't such pussies to resort to anorexia and bulimia, are looking at these skinny girls who think that they're not pretty enough and laughing. As they should be. If you're fat, or if you're overweight, and you see an anorexic out there saying that they need to be skinny and thin and pretty, laugh at them. Give them some positive reinforcement and laugh at them. Tell them to pick up a fork. You may just save their lives. We need more reinforcement. I know we get the positive, the kitty reinforcement. No, we need strength. We need mental fortitude. We need balls. Okay? That's what we need to cure these people. Not pitying them and saying that they have some kind of fucking disease. It's pathetic. These girls are already fucking skinny. It's a slap in the face to anybody who is really trying to lose weight with a real method. Okay? With a method that requires some sort of fortitude. It's a slap in their fucking face. And they should just laugh at them. You know, it's insane. The values in this country, everything in this country, in this world, everything is just so fucked up, especially in this culture. I mean, blaming the media, blaming the supermodels for looking so thin. Hey, they do have plus-size models out there. They make it just fine. They have their own fan base of people who think they're beautiful and attractive. I'll give you a little secret. You don't have to be skinny and thin to be attractive. You don't have to be skinny and thin to be beautiful, because there's a thing called inner beauty. I don't care what that dumbass dyke Ellen DeGeneres says. I don't care what she said in that CoverGirl commercial. Inner beauty is important, but not nearly as important as outer beauty. That's the kind of advertisements that are making people look at themselves and say, oh my god, I'm not beautiful. Fucking assholes like Ellen DeGeneres. Have you seen that commercial? Go look that commercial up where Ellen DeGeneres says inner beauty is important, but not nearly as important as outer beauty. And let me ask you this. What the fuck does she know about beauty? Have you seen her? God damn. They pressed her face in batter and made animal crackers with them. That was her first job. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that, but now you do know that. So just stop the victimization. It's time to take real action on things. Let's stop taking the democratic liberal approach of things of being pussies and cowards. And I'm not a conservative, but let's just tackle things head on. You're skinny. Eat something! You know? And if it doesn't work, oh well, you tried. Spread it around to your friends. Be more proactive. And when I say proactive, be tougher. That's what we need in this nation, I think, to cure a lot of our problems. Undertaker Freak 1127. Have a good day, folks.